I want to make sure, and I've been saying this, I've been hitting over the head, and I'm going to keep beating it over the head until you guys are doing this, and you got to do it today. Get a notebook and write out. There's only two rules. It has to be in the present tense, and it has to be authentic. There are no other limits to it. Write out your ideal. Start as a brain dump and write out whatever it is. Just, I manifest life-changing passive income today that gives me unlimited bank account for life. It's so easy. Money comes to me without me asking for it. I don't even think about it. I enjoy struggle-free success. Success is natural to me. I am retired. I only do what I love. I bring prosperity to everything. I am affliction-free. I have unlimited time freedom. And that's just the first few sentences. I just have a whole spiel of declaring my life as it is. What my circumstances are. It's all my authentic ideal. And the more that you work on this, it's not even work, it's actually a lot of fun. The more you'll start to clarify things that you've been maybe sweeping under the rug where there's darkness. This will shed light on all the areas of your life. It takes it from the abstract and it makes it clear. So we have to have the fundamental perspective. What is existence? Existence is literally a bunch of constructs. You can create any constructs you want to create. This is the first step to doing that. So if you've already written it and you've got it in a good place, make sure you're reading this. The ideal time is right after your morning meditation, which you'd be doing right when you get out of bed, when you're still in that morning daze, which is a theta state, when you're very programmable. Put your headphones on, do your meditation. I have the book next to my bed. As soon as the meditation's over, and then whenever I want to come back without rushing, I reach over and I program myself. And I read it as if it's real. And you'll see this snowballs where this gets to a point where it's sort of as the saying goes, this is who I am, this is who I'm not, believe in who I am, disbelieve in who I'm not. Once you know who you are, everything that you are not becomes that much more obvious. It's much harder to get pulled into the drama of things that you don't want in your life anymore. And what you'll see is that stuff will start to melt away. And when Ganesha is talking about clearing your energy, this is what he's talking about. What does he mean clearing? What is to be cleared? That which is not sovereign. What's not sovereign? That's not your ideal. It's not your authentic. It's things you've been settling for. Because we haven't had the perspective or the training that you don't have to accept what the givens are. It is your job. It is your mission to recreate them. Your mission is to become your authentic self. That is how you have the maximum impact on this world. Bring out your kingdom. Establishing your kingdom, which is establishing means identifying with your subjective truth. And then objectively that manifests around you. And as you do that, you are changing the entire world. So this is your mission. And clearing your energy, we're doing this energetically with the meditations, the tuning. You know, a lot of blessings with you. This is the reprogramming part of it that you need to also indulge in. This will support all the blessings that you've just put. You got all this stuff in your field now. Bring it out. So I'm going to keep beating you over the head with this until this. Everyone should already have a notebook with them here. I want you guys to have your notebooks next time we meet. Bring your notebook with you. We need some. There you go, Lena. Good. I want accountability with this because this is so important. It's vital. This is how I've been able to manifest all the things I have done in the last year and a half, which I can go and rattle off for about 5 minutes. Tripling the income, getting a massive major healing that I've been dealing with for over 20 years, like moving 2 different times to places that were beyond my concepts. All kinds of things have happened as a result of doing this. And it started when I had basically a job I was working at for around 10 years, 2022. That ended. I had to figure out what the hell I was going to do. This is what I was led to do. I'm telling you this is because don't wait until the emergency happens. You have to make this. I wish when I look back, the wisdom that I learned from that was, man, I wish I could go back and tell myself in the past, make this a priority. Start doing this now like your life depends on it. Because why? Ask yourself what you're doing and experiencing now. Is that your ideal? And if not, what is the ideal? Once you start getting pulled into your story, you'll see how important it is that I cannot settle in any area of my life, in any way, shape, or form at any time. I cannot settle. I must not settle. My time is too valuable. I respect and love myself too much to settle with these circumstances. I must do this. And that's your why. Your why is because there's such a beautiful life waiting for all of us. It's already there. We just have to align with it. You have to ask yourself, what's more important to you? Staying in the drama and settling, or putting in the effort, which is not really that much effort. It's just making it a persistent habit that you're doing. Because remember, it's the little things that create the big changes. Doing little things over a period of time snowballs. So all this other stuff we're doing is just preparing the Holy Spirit. So we've been having a lot of conversation with them, and they're talking about how the tuning, one of the things it's doing is it's preparing your field. Why you guys are have a very why we're also fortunate is because it's preparing your field like you have to till the soil to plant new crops. The biofield tuning is making so everybody who's participating in this is getting the primo opportunity to plant new information. So if you're trying to plant seeds in a soil that's already got plants in it, weeds or whatever, the stuff you're dealing with, it's going to be that much more difficult to get the new stuff to grow. You guys are getting wiped out as far as all the old stuff. That's why for you guys in particular, it's so important. You program yourself with the new stuff. Read it once after you wake up, and the last thing you do before your head hits the pillow and go to sleep is you read this. And if you're doing your meditation practice, immediately after morning, immediately after evening. So that is the main message for today. You're giving a fantastic opportunity here. Recreate your life. Own it. No more are you giving your power away. No more are you settling with things. You are owning your power. You are the king. You are the king. You are the God of your own universe. You are the center of the universe. That's you. You are the truth. You have to own it. Own it. Be accountable. When you're operating, no matter if anybody's paying attention or not, everybody's watching. Everybody's watching every moment. Okay? You have to do this because you have so much things that you want to manifest. They're waiting. They are there for you in this lifetime. You can have all of it. You already do. Just align with it. When you start getting pulled in this, you'll see, oh my God, the things that I want and the things that are waiting for me are so beautiful. Okay, with that said, does anybody have any questions, comments, or feedback? You can come off mute. You can type whatever. I'll leave the floor open.
Just
Questions?
a comment. It's sort of like going to a restaurant and not knowing what you want, right? And you're just going to get delivered the meal that the waiter brings you out. So you have to sit down and you have to decide and think about what it is you really want. And if you don't give the universe your order for what it is, it's just going to come to you the way it just shows up, which is not your actively deciding how it should show up. So just take the time to do it. It's really worthwhile.
Great analogy. So, do you want to settle with the waiter's perspective and what he thinks you should have, or are you going to make your own? And I would even take it farther. It's not that you're putting out the order for the universe. It's not that the universe is doing this. You are the universe. You are doing it. You are God. That's what they all say. That's what it means. You are the truth. Use your power. The power invested in you. That's your power. Everyone's born with billions of dollars in the bank account. You're just learning how to, we're all learning how to access our own bank accounts. It's already there within you. There's nothing for you to gain. There's nothing for you to learn. There's nothing for you to acquire. All we're doing is removing filters that have tricked you that I am not God or I am not the truth. That's all that everything else is. It's all within you. This is crystallizing it out. And everyone's a unique thumbprint. Everyone's a different row or flower in God's garden. We're all unique. We're all the same and all unique at the same time. Your authenticity is going to be maybe different. It's going to be similar, but maybe different. The way, especially the way that you say it and it comes out of you, the way that I've read it and I read you a few sentences, that's the syntax that makes me feel authentic. But you may write it differently. So it's really important to keep working on it and molding, using the Play-Doh and molding this. This is your baby. Literally, it's your creation. So what do you want to create? You can create whatever you want. There are only two rules: present tense, and it has to be authentic. If a gold-plated helicopter is authentic to you, go for it. If it's
Mhm.
not, don't worry about it. But at the same time, if you want to have a yacht, if you want to have a private island, you want to live in multiple places in the entire world, if you don't want to work, if you want to have money come to you, as long as it's authentic and it's your version of ideal, then so be it. There is no, it's a blank slate. Whatever you want. And the only thing that's stopping you is all the perspectives that tell you that's not possible, because our society is built on a very limited construct in general. We are breaking that. It is broken. So you all who are watching this are part of that breaking. And as we break it, the system breaks down and everyone else gets to experience the fruits of that as well. It becomes that much easier for the next person to do this. It's already there for us. We have all the blessings are there. The Holy Spirit, Ganesh has been popping up. He's doing all the work for us as well. You have so many beings, archetypes, aspects of yourself who are supporting this. They're all woken up. They're all here and present. And they are just wanting, all they want, align and remember who you are. Okay. Anybody else? Questions, comments, concerns that Carrie has? Yesterday, there was a story of a lion wandering around an Italian town. Well, symbolic of us breaking out. This lion archetype is actually one that keeps popping up over and over and over again between Sundare's and I's meditations, where we meditate, and all these beings will start coming in. And the lion is the recurring theme. The lion is Angali, this goddess archetype, Angali. She's the Divine Mother. She's an expression of the Holy Spirit. She's power. So she is very much bringing people into the power. She gives you that powerful sovereign identity. That's why the lions are associated with royalty, giving you the powerful identity. That's what she's working through you and for me to tell you this powerful identity. You are that. There's no one outside of you. All the constructs, the gods and goddesses, they're just you. You're the king. You're in control of all of them. That's the truth. You have to own that. No more, it's no longer the time to be meek. It's okay to be humble, but you're not weak. You are the King of Kings. You have to own that. You are the truth. Nothing exists without you here. All the gods and goddesses are expression of you and they're at your command. That's how it works. And that's the truth, because you are God and you are nothing less than that. Believe it. That's why even in the Christian tradition, their whole construct story, the angels work for God and work for the human beings. The whole fall of the so-called devil and all that was around this whole story. He was pissed off because I'm not serving these beings. I'm better than them, because God created man in his own image. And some of the angels didn't agree with, I don't want to serve man because I think I'm better than them. The angels are at your command. That's the truth. So this is the kind of identity you have to have. This whole egolessness thing is not, it's fine. You have to be powerful and humble at the same time. You have to own that big identity. Make your identity bigger so you can fit more things there, isn't it? The King of Kings isn't a sickly person who's just rolling around on the floor. That's not it. Okay, that's not it. You are God on the throne. Listen, that's you. You have to own it. And your entire life has tried to trick you that that's not the case. I'm here to tell you it's a lie. That's false. You are God literally. That is the truth. That is the masculine. The love, that is the feminine. They are two sides of the same coin. What is this all encapsulated in? The gold rose. Don't forget the gold rose. Everything that I'm saying is wrapped up into this zip file of the gold rose. That is your identity. The fragrance emanating off of that is the love. That's the fulfillment. The gold rose is the truth. The fragrance, that atmosphere is the love, the expression of the truth, and that's your desire is fulfilled. The gold rose is the kingdom. Use it as your object of focus. Walk with the gold rose. So Isho, who's also Mudiga, he's the one who guided me, we found out, to watch these videos by this guy who's a Tamil guy. This guy deserves a Nobel Prize. I have 3 playlists on my channel with this guy's videos. I highly recommend you check them out. He's been
Mm.
revealing the truth about everything, restructuring, and really opened my eyes to the constructs, even the Vedic tradition.
Yeah.
All the things are all built on the original tradition, which is out of the Kumarikandam continent, which is now southern India and Sri Lanka area. But all the stories
Lemuria.
are all messed up. Go ahead,
Lemuria.
Mitra. Yeah,
Lemuria.
also called Lemuria, also called Lemuria. They call it Kumarikandam in Tamil. Called Lemuria, mistakenly also called as Atlantis. The flood story that's in all the traditions actually comes, it's the original, there's one tradition. So all the archetypes and pantheons are basically copy and paste of the one original tradition, which is he's referring to as Ashivaham. So
Shivaha.
the first guy was Shiva, then it was Muruga, and then like this, there's these different siddhas. And this is actually an interesting point because this would be good for you guys to understand this. What we're calling as the gods and goddesses, understand in the original tradition, these weren't archetypes. These were actual beings who became God. Shiva became God. Now he's worshipped as a God. And all the traditions, they make him something that he's not necessarily. They try to make it seem like he's this archetype or this construct or this like energy or whatever. He was an actual being who came here and realized the siddhas are the gods. That's you. It's a further establishing what I'm saying before is you are God. You are just remembering that. There aren't gods and goddesses to worship. That is you. That is you. You are the construct, creator, sustainer, and destroyer. So all these beings, the Krishna, the Vishnu, they were siddhas. And some of these beings weren't real beings. Some of them were actually made up. The story of Rama, the Mahabharata, a lot of the stuff is not accurate. That the way that so there's a whole story, and if you, I don't need to go into it because I have 2 videos on it, part 1 and part 2, and the supplementary content is watch the playlist on my channel. I have the true Ramayana, the true Mahabharata, and then I have all the videos, which is those plus a whole bunch of other ones, restructuring all that. But what's important to understand of all that is you are God. The gods are the siddhas. That's you. By realizing that, they became gods, so to speak. They already were, they just remembered it. That's what you're here to do. So, you are the truth. Don't forget the notebook. Write your story, the ideal, the only 2 rules. What are the 2 rules? Someone tell me one of the rules. What are the 2 rules? Anybody?
Present tense.
Okay, what's the other rule?
Authenticity.
Thank you. It has to be present tense, authenticity. There is no limits other than that. I don't care what your mother told you, what your friends told you, what religion told you. There is no limits. You can have whatever you want. The only limit is yourself. All right, with that said, we'll get the replays to everybody as soon as possible. Thank you all so much for joining. It's more than you know. God bless. We'll see you next time. Take care for now. Boom.